My team supports the entirety of operations, so 4 large sectors, and we're driving insights to help decision-making within operations, trying to simplify access to data and information. The data team was created 4 years ago. Previously, there was data at operations, but it was really fragmented, mostly manually generated by a lot of the teams themselves. Currently, there's over 150 teams at operations, so you can imagine it's a lot of effort, but also a lot of information coming in different ways from different places. Very difficult for executives to get kind of a full view or any leadership of the business, so that's kind of one of the ideas that drove the need behind that team being put in place. And our goal now, like I mentioned, is to kind of simplify that environment, centralize that environment to give us a better understanding of our business. The first thing was really bringing up our level of expertise, also putting the technological foundations in place.
The data was part of the strategy and really was something we needed. We needed to be able to measure, so identifying what would be our measurements starting from a baseline and then being able to measure and to have the right discussion with our managers and employees. But the other thing we run into parallel was really how do we bring that mindset and our culture of performance through our team. So really the why, I'm going to say, is as much important as the data we were getting, so it was also part of the plan.
And Control IQ has been at the core of what we're trying to do with that. A big challenge for us was the fragmented reality that we're in. We use over 100 systems in operations. The processes are all different sectors. So to kind of get that overall view and be able to compare them, and we're not comparing apples to oranges, really helps us make sure we're investing our time and our money in the right place. So often small specific needs from the business were driving the reports we were building, or we were often building off data that was available. And we're slowly switching from that, kind of looking to a more prolonged view, identifying KPIs that we think will drive our business more. We're kind of early on our data maturity journey, as much within operations as within the bank as a whole. But it's definitely a priority, and we feel that from leadership. The biggest impact I think it's had is the ability of leaders at different levels to better understand each other and the business as a whole. So better targeting our challenges and opportunities from the floor managers all the way to senior leadership. Have a unified view and understanding of kind of what we're working towards. This has definitely allowed them to better target actions and better understand what they're working on collectively. And I think the second part is reducing manual effort, which is super important. A lot of these teams were crunching their numbers and finding their information themselves before. That's definitely something we've been pushing hard to get rid of. Control IQ's helped us build out a structure of uniform data where we've taken task information and brought it up in a hierarchy that allows us to see it by activity, sub-process, process, and kind of have a different view on our business. It allowed us to build out indicators that we weren't able to build out before. One example of that is our unit cost per process or per activity. And so far that's given us a better understanding of where we're spending within our processes. Data process mining team has been able to use the data that we've generated in terms of processes and unit cost in order to identify new processes that would be key for automation. One of the things I'm really proud of is the fact that we've been able to kind of centralize data and simplify the experience for our leaders, and we're starting to see those results, which is really gratifying. So the managers getting their hands in and asking those questions, the leadership starting to take their view. So it's really the engagement we've created within the company and kind of the acceleration it's taking and the direction that it's taking us. So getting that movement in with a team that was just created 4 years ago, I'm really excited for where it's going to take us. One thing we've learned as a new data team is really to focus on the business. In our beginnings, we were really focused on the data, producing visuals and the technical aspects. But one thing we've learned is focusing on the business problems, the business outcomes that we want to fix has allowed us to do more, to do better, and really to get our leaders more involved in the journey that we're trying to take.